simplify this fraction, complete the boxes so that your answer is in the form root a minus root b over c, where a, b and c are integers. So, the first thing I need to realise is I need the exact trig ratios, because this is a non-calculator question. So I'm going to draw my the way that I memorise trig ratios. So it's the square root of sine, cosine, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's all over root 2, and it goes from 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. So, first one I'm looking for, I need to look at cos 45. Okay, so cos 45. And I look in my table that I've done, and I find cos and I find 45. So there, I'm using that one. It's going to be root 2 over 2. Next one I'm looking at is tan 45. Now, tan 45, to find tan 45, that's actually sine 45 divided by cos 45. So I need to find sine 45 first. I've already got cos 45. So sine 45, we're looking at sine 45. It's also root 2 over 2. So I've got root 2 over 2 divided by my cos 45. So that's sine 45 divided by my cos 45, which I've already got is root 2 over 2. Well, that's going to give me 1. So I've got that so far. I also need to find tan 60. So tan 60 is going to be sine 60 divided by cos 60. Sine 60 is root 3 over 2. And cos 60 is root 1 over 2, which is just going to be a half. And I can do KFC to figure this out. So I've got keep, flip, change. Just made it smaller so that I can fit more in. So keep, flip, change. So root 3 times 2 is 2 root 3. 2 times 1 is 2. And I can divide both top and bottom by 2, so I end up with root 3. So now I can put it all together. So I'm going to have 6 times cos of 45 I've got as root 2 over 2 minus 3 tan 45 I've got as 1, so that's just going to be 3, all over 2 times tan 60, which I've got as root 3. So if I tidy this up a bit, I've got 6 root 2 over 2 minus 3 all over 2 times, or 2 root 3. Let me just move everything up again. So I've got, let me just simplify this further, 6 root 2 over 2, well that's going to turn into 3 root 2, because they're both divisible by 2, 3 root 2, take away 3, all over 2 root 3. Now if we have a look, this is not in the form that we want it to be, and that's because there's a surd on the bottom. So what we need to do is we need to rationalise this denominator. So I'm just going to focus on this bit now, and I'm going to rationalise the denominator. And to do that, I need to times by the root 3, so we can get rid of the surd on the bottom. That's what rationalising the denominator means. So I'm going to times by root 3 on the top and bottom. So on the top, I'm going to have root 3 times 3 root 2 minus 3. And on the bottom, I'm going to have 2 times, now root 3 times root 3 is 3. So I can do a grid method for the top bit. Root 3 times 3 root 2 minus 3. Root 3 times root 2 is root 6. And there's a 3 there, 3 root 6. Root 3 times negative root 3 is negative 3 root 3. So on the top, I'm going to have 3 root 6 minus 3 root 3. And on the bottom, I'm going to have 2 times 3 is 6. Now I'm still not quite where I want to be, and that's just because I can divide everything. There's a 3 in all of these terms, so I can divide everything by 3. So I'm going to have 3 root 6 divided by 3 is root 6. 3 root 3 divided by 3 is root 3. And 6 divided by 3 is 2.